Hey there, everybody. I'm King 5 Meteorologist Leah Pezzetti. Happy Sunday to you. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. The weather definitely was lovely, so hopefully that added to the pleasant, relaxing catch-up time. A couple looks around the sound on this Sunday evening. Bellingham, Everett, Seattle, Tacoma. Everybody is showing clear blue skies. Really pleasant conditions out there. Temperatures as we wrap up the day peaking in the 60s and low 70s. So really, honestly, comfortable, and this is cool compared to where we're going to be for the remainder of this week. Sunday is the coolest day of the week before we ramp things up and warm it up for the next couple of days. For your Sunday night, overnight hours, temperatures will cool into the 50s eventually, getting into the mid 50s. In fact, some spots even into the low 50s overnight tonight. While we sit in these really pleasant conditions in the northwest, I want to show you the big picture. So this is what we call our jet stream. You can see it's kind of that wave motion there. So this is a ridge of high pressure. Typically under a ridge is going to be warmer, and that's what we're seeing here over kind of the Midwest, the middle part of the country right now. This ridge, watch, you see kind of the edge of it right here. Watch what happens when I let this play out. It nudges to the west. So that is going to bring the Pacific Northwest into that ridge of high pressure, and that is going to warm us up the next couple of days. And I'll also point out that as you look at the big picture of the entire country, everybody is sitting under this ridge. So the entire country is going to feel heat this upcoming week, especially into the Midwest. So what that means for us is Western Washington will see temperatures warm up. Eastern Washington, you are already warm and dry, and we're only going to exacerbate that the next couple of days. So as of Sunday evening, Western Washington, relative humidity levels in the 30s and 40s. That's great. Love to see that. But off to the east, we're in the teens and 20s. But watch what happens as we play it out the next couple of days. Here's your Monday afternoon, 20s, 30s, 40s for Western Washington. Not as bad. Into Eastern Washington, 10 to 15% relative humidity. Of course, relative humidity is relative with temperature, fluctuates, but look at Tuesday afternoon. We're into the single digits. It is going to be bone dry off on the eastern part of the state. We are already continuously covering multiple fires. It feels like every day a new fire pops up here or there, mostly on the eastern part of the Cascades. And I do expect that to continue as we move forward because of how dry conditions are, and this is just a reminder, we need everybody to do their part. Make sure you are being respectful and taking care of your community as you are adventuring in the great outdoors. Let's do our part to make sure we're not starting fires, because should they start, they will spread. That is what a red flag warning entails, and we see that there's a good amount of red flag warnings off to the east. Thankfully though, actually the Pacific Northwest is one of the few areas that really doesn't have a ton of watches, warnings, and advisories to look forward to because we are so calm compared to the rest of the country. So good news there. We'll take our breath, we'll take a beat, and enjoy this really mild weather. Here's a look at satellite and radar imagery. Really nothing major to report. But as we look forward, there's that warm up heading our way. Tuesday into Wednesday is when temperatures will warm up into the 80s for a good chunk of Western Washington. That is warmer than normal for this time of the year. SeaTac, the average high this time of the year is 77 degrees. So today, slightly cooler than that as we sat in the low 70s. Tomorrow, slightly warmer than that as we sit in the upper 70s with some low 80s. Tuesday and Wednesday's trip back to the 80s brings us out to above normal conditions. And then actually Thursday and Friday, we do have a little bit of a cool down heading our way, and that will keep our temperatures in check. So your Monday highs, 70s with a few low 80s introduced really just around South Sound. And then off to the east, we'll get a little bit of some warming as well. It got a little break on Sunday, but 90s expected on Monday. Then Tuesday, we warm things up. 70s with more 80s introduced. Kitsap and King counties and south of that, you do look to hit those low to mid 80s, but then look off to the east. I showed you that's where we're getting that bone dry 10, 15% relative humidity. We're also looking at temperatures nearing triple digits on Tuesday and beyond. Hey, if you are looking for something fun to do, I have something for you. We are looking at some low tide events this week. This is the lowest our tides will get for the remainder of the year. The Seattle Aquarium will actually be out and about at multiple beaches the next couple of days because they'll have their naturalists out there helping point out cool things. So a fun thing to do to explore if you want to check it out. But we are going to see low tide events really kind of late morning, right around lunchtime for the next couple of days. So here's those times painted out. For Monday, we're close to -4 feet, and the low tide will be at 10:31 a.m. Tuesday, it's about an hour later, 11:30 a.m. And that's actually when we get the lowest. It's just shy of 4 feet, 3.8 feet down. And then Wednesday, we're at about -3.5 feet, and that will be just after noon, 12:08 p.m. So that's a fun thing if you are looking for an activity to do with the kiddos or the adults as well. I love going out and seeing the low tides. It's always fun to see what you can find. Of course, be respectful of our critters, but it's cool to take pictures and see what you can see out there. Your 7-day forecast shows you that we are holding on to those warm conditions for the next couple of days, and then we do have a baby disturbance that's going to try to cool us down, maybe a few sprinkles Thursday into Friday, but it's really not looking major at this point. All it's going to do is keep our temperatures in check, cool them back down to seasonal average before we warm things back up into next weekend. So if you're already looking forward to next weekend, you're trying to make some plans, do something outside, do it. Find a way to stay cool. We are going to look at temperatures into the 80s by next weekend. So summer in Seattle, it is here. It is glorious. It is warm. It is sunny. I hope you all find ways to stay cool, enjoy it, and enjoy your summer. Have a great week, everybody.